Hi everyone, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I wanted to bring you along and show you what I'm making for dinner and just kind of show the process of how I'm making it. Today I'm making it's called sheet pan shrimp boil, and this recipe is super yummy and super easy to make. The longest process probably is what took me to peel the shrimp. So I suggest that if you do make this, buy peeled shrimp so you don't have to peel it forever like I did. And with all the distractions, it took me a very long time. But other than that, that was the longest part. Everything else was super quick. I will leave the link to the recipe in the description box. If you guys do make this, let me know. Let me know what you think of it. If you added anything of your own to it. I did add less of the what was it called, the Old Bay seasoning. So I did add less of that because unless you like spicy, it's pretty spicy and we don't do spicy, so I added like a lot less amount and added a Johnny's all-purpose seasoning, and that kind of leveled it out and made it taste really good. Okay, so now that the shrimp is finally peeled, I'm going to add some water to my pot and put it to boil. I'm going to set the timer to about 13 minutes actually, and just let it boil till it's just tender, and I will get to prepping the rest of the ingredients. So I just have to say, chopping the corn was actually very hard. I don't know why. Maybe there's something wrong with the corn, or this is how you chop raw corn all the time. But it was very hard to cut it. You're gonna see me struggling a little, and I really, really had to push down with the knife. And I mean, my knife was pretty sharp, so I don't know what the problem was. So now that the timer beeped and the potatoes were just tender, I added the corn as per instructions. I added a little more salt to make sure that it was all getting a nice good flavor, and just let it boil for another 5 minutes. So the instructions in the recipe doesn't say to chop the potatoes, but I like to chop them. I feel like they get more flavor that way and they're easier to eat. I don't know. I personally don't like them when they're like full size and just round, so I always chop them in half. And they were very hot, by the way. So doing the potatoes in advance could always work as well, just so they wouldn't be so boiling hot when you have to cut them. So now my butter is melted and I'm going to add the seasonings to it. I didn't actually use like measuring spoons or anything. I just kind of eyeballed it. I usually eyeball it unless it's something that really needs like exact measuring. But when you know what ingredients you're working with, well, from my experience is when you know which ingredients you work with, you can eyeball it and you'll know what it's going to taste like. But if you don't, I don't suggest you eyeball it, especially if you don't know if something's really spicy or it has a really strong flavor. Last time I eyeballed it on the Old Bay seasoning and it was really spicy, so I learned my lesson on that one. So while I was making my butter mixture, I remembered that I doubled the ingredients in the recipe, and so I needed another stick of butter, so I went ahead, grabbed it, and melted it, and just added it to the bowl. So I started putting everything into my cookie sheet, and it just became way too full, and so I'm gonna go grab two more small cookie sheets and just split it all up just because it would take the shrimp forever to cook like this in a big pile. I mean, I would think it would, but I don't know. I just divided it and it worked out just great. So this is what it looks like, and it's going in the oven now, and I'm going to bake it for just like 12 to 15 minutes, just until the shrimp is pink actually, and other than that everything else is cooked. So it literally does not take long at all. Okay, so my shrimp boil is ready, and I'm telling you guys, it smelled amazing and it looks amazing and it tasted amazing. You have to try it. That is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like and subscribe, share with your friends, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I'll be adding more cooking videos, more cleaning videos, motivational videos. I'm really excited about this, and I'm excited to share how I do it and what I do with my large family. I will see you guys next time. Bye!